Welcome back, basketball fans. Welcome back. So, South Sudan, they win this game against China. They won this game by 20 points. I remember in the previous video, you talked about the way South Sudan looked against Puerto Rico, and they lost that game by 5 points. And the game was sent to overtime, although Puerto Rico, they won that. South Sudan were able to pick up the lessons from that previous game and they're able to translate it in this Chinese game. Honestly, I was very wary in seeing like how South Sudan were acting in the clutch, but you could see like they had some good runs in there. They just knew what they had to do. You could see a couple of blocks, couple of like throwdowns, and man, I mean, some players have just been sensational. We've got Kalik Jones. I mean, this guy has been great. 29 minutes played, 21 points, 46% shooting from the field. Nuni Omot, he did okay. He didn't like scoring wise. He didn't like look that dominant, especially on that side of the ball. But you could see he was effective with that steal. He tried with the assist, but Kalik Jones was the guy. He was the guy that even in the previous game he scored 35. He continued 21. Winning Gabriel, he's not been able to like get it on his own. He had 3 points in 20 minutes played. He actually played heavy minutes. Kwani, 28 minutes played, 16 points. Mario Shayok, 27 minutes played, 13 points. So you could see South Sudan were just setting up pretty well, especially in this Chinese matchup. I was like looking at this game closely, and I just felt like South Sudan just had the upper hand, especially in this. Even when the first quarter was going midway, in the second quarter, I was not even feeling like there was a point where South Sudan are just going to let up in this game. There was a couple of lead changes that happened in the first quarter, but you could see as the game progressed from the second quarter to the fourth quarter, it was just a South Sudanese affair. But in the fourth is where they just pulled away completely. I mean, in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, that's just the time it was just game over, and they just had like a good lead in there. They had like a 15 point lead to just teeter-tottering around that, and they're able to like get past that, and they're able to like continue with that. So it was great. They're able to dominate like for 37 total minutes, and they had a biggest lead of like 20. So, but points in the paint, 22 points from the paint, points from the bench, 22 points. In the rebounds department, there was no way China was gonna beat South Sudan. South Sudan had just had like the height, they had the size in there. They could grab them balls. They feel even the youngest player in the tournament. I mean, that was actually pretty interesting to see, and I just felt so excited. I just felt so excited for South Sudan. This is just a win. What a good way to grab that win. And even looking at even the steals department, they had 4 steals. They dished out rocks, 17 assists. And man, they reduced the turnovers to 5 turnovers. So they took care of the ball. Like this game that they lost against Puerto Rico, they turned over the ball like 21 times. So that's one thing that really set them aback, put them aback, didn't like give them some wiggle room to be able to operate in there. But all in all, South Sudan just knew what they had to do, and they knew the style that they needed to play against. They went all physical in the Puerto Rico game, and they were outlasted, especially at crunch time, at the clutch, and they're not able to get those good plays. But in this game, they made sure to make those shots, and they took care of the basket pretty well. So they were playing inside. I just saw a couple of shots being taken from outside, and they're able to like trying to take them outside shots, and it was actually something that I noticed. And China, they're just missing a lot of their outside shots. Okay, South Sudan also were missing, but majority of the time I just saw a situation where if they had a shot at scoring the ball inside, getting a high percentage of shots, South Sudan really made sure to capitalize on that. And also like shots the top of the key, the elbow. That's one thing that I looked at, and I just saw South Sudan just knew like what shots they needed to take, especially down the stretch in the game. So I mean, all in all, it's just an exciting thing to see. I just can't wait. I just can't wait to see how they're going to match up against Serbia. I believe they're going to match up against Serbia in the next game. So I'm just too excited. I mean, we've had a lot of teams winning today. We had Angola winning today. I've got Cape Verde winning, South Sudan winning. I mean, also Cote d'Ivoire, they won at crunch time, so I can't wait to see like how South Sudan are just gonna fare against Serbia. I'll just be dropping another video just talking about Angola, Cote d'Ivoire, Cape Verde, Cabo Verde, what they did, and I'll just put them all together and I'll just make sure to deliver it. But South Sudan just keep, just keep adding and making steps towards the right direction. Right now, they're just looking very good, and it's all about the Olympics next year. So they are surefire to get it when they finish like top, at least top, and like make it to the next rounds. At least they can be able to notch a ticket there to get the Olympics, because man, that's just going to be a huge leap. So I'll just come up with a video just talking about the other teams. And man, South Sudan just keep being sensational. I just knew it from the start. Never doubt these guys. They have shown that they have conquered our continent, and they're just conquering other teams outside. And even despite the loss against Puerto Rico, I just knew, you could just see the edge, the competitive edge they had, and the slightest in the slightest mistake from the Chinese side, they just lost it. And it's just gonna be one of those wins that's just gonna be celebrated a lot in South Sudan. They're just gonna remember this, and I'm very excited to see that. So yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments on what you think. And I'm out. Peace.